Welcome back. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
That was reference to our last video
right.
because we had a lot of fun watching The Last of Us on
right.
Friday.
Yes.
Moms are ready.
Yes.
Yes,
ready.
Mario. So I'm wearing an awesome Mario shirt today. Mom has The Last of Us game shirt
See that?
of Ellie and
Yes.
Joel. And Kim is wearing Ellie's shirt
Yes,
that she's been wearing
finally.
in the show, and it's also in the game. So.
Yes, right?
Woohoo! And we're going to be watching episode 6 today.
Okay.
All right.
So what do you need me for?
I show the way. You clear the way.
It sure does,
boy.
Sure
Kathleen.
does.
How does revenge feel?
Oh, God.
Pretty shitty, huh?
Oh. Oh, so sad. This reminds me of Game of Thrones, but it was only blood.
Yeah, it does in a way, right?
But
Oh,
see, this
HBO.
reminds me.
I mean, it's fungus, so it's not going to be pretty, but I really do love how they did this,
Yes.
where it follows
is
through
too.
It
and,
is good.
Yeah,
Interacts.
How
No,
invasive it
definitely.
is.
and you see like the locations of it spreading first, and then
Yeah.
the people that it takes over, and then
Yeah.
it leads to
Isn't that
two
something?
people walking.
Yeah.
I think that's well put together.
Yeah,
Can't relive this.
Okay. That was horrible. Oh.
Why did you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. He didn't hurt me, by the way.
I need you to tell us where we are.
If you got a map, why you lost?
Must have missed all the street signs in the enormous fucking forest.
Oh my goodness gracious.
She likes it.
Spitfire.
Well, you found a great place to hide, I guess.
Hide. Came here before you were born, Sonny. Get the hell away from everybody.
I didn't want to.
Oh, boy, look at her. Yeah.
Anywhere people used to be, you can't go there no more.
So you haven't heard the name Tommy?
Nope.
What about the fireflies?
We get those in the summer.
Oh,
They're firefly people.
We never go past the river here. Ever.
What's past the river?
Death.
Oh,
Went
boy.
this far to hear that.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him.
Never heard of the fireflies.
What's wrong?
Joel, are you okay? Joel? Shut up. Shit, you dying?
Oh, my God. Oh.
No, but are you? It's just a reminder that if you're dead, I'm fucked.
I
Jeez.
bet you though.
Just cold air. All of a sudden.
The river of death. Scary.
Don't start. Come down from there, you're gonna break your neck.
it's the end of the world.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
She's going to hate it.
So gross. They draw my blood and put it through some of their fancy machines and make a cure.
Okay.
Then what? Like, what do we do?
What's we?
Okay, fine, whatever. You.
An old farmhouse, some land, a ranch.
Cool. What kind?
Sheep. Don't raise sheep. They're quiet. Do what they're told.
Yeah, okay.
And what about you? Where are you gonna go?
I read everything I could in the school library. Like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell. But you know what my favorite is?
Sally Ride.
Sally fucking Ride. Best astronaut name ever. It'll work, right? The vaccine.
It's a little late to start wondering.
I tried with Sam.
Tried what?
I knew he was infected. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. know it was stupid, but I wanted to save him.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool. Dream of sheep ranches on the moon.
Oh, together.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Still mumbling in your sleep.
Okay.
I woke up early. You were passed out, so I took second watch.
You gotta wake me up if that happens.
You've got to relax. You've got to sleep.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Just did.
I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep. I was quiet. I checked my six. I looked for tracks. I found the high ground, and I kept watch, like you taught me to. What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
It just looks,
Oops,
I
okay.
would say so beautiful, but
River of death. Still no people.
Yeah, but that gunshot might bring him out.
I know just one shot I would take
Yeah.
some time.
Oh boy,
Damn bridge.
that bridge.
Fish in a barrel. It's just so peaceful.
I'm learning how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle? Shh. You should teach me how to hunt. Huh. She's a girl. She can't handle it.
Can handle the shooting. Not so sure about the dressing.
What's the dressing?
Part where you take the guts out.
Oh, yeah. Why do they call it dressing? It's like, you should call it undressing. It is. It's like undressing from the inside.
It's a good point.
That's true.
Interesting, though.
Oops.
I don't like
No, it's over there.
I know, it's like they're just so exposed.
Damn.
Whoa.
Literally.
Oh,
Damn.
yes.
Livingston.
Yeah, but who is? Hey, Joel. What if this is the river of death?
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
God
shit!
damn.
They warned you.
Oh boy.
Oh no! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Oh crap.
Holy crap.
Oh my God.
You. Take 5 steps back.
How about we just talk this through?
No! 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 No!
Shut
No!
the fuck up.
Oh come on.
Oh, they're gonna smell her.
It's you're infected, he will smell it and he will rip you up.
I hope not.
He's gonna go to her.
Like I said, we'll just move on.
Now her.
Oh no!
Oh,
No,
How can you get
her.
past
But,
this?
let me
Oh,
explain.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, see?
No,
Oh,
explain
shit,
it.
come
Explain
on.
it. Please explain.
Come on,
Oh, my
no,
God.
No, she's gonna rip her. Oh my God. Oh, come on, no.
No, please don't. He's having an anxiety attack.
Clearly.
Oh, she'll be okay.
Maybe he won't.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Because she's really not infected.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but you don't know how that was gonna end up. Good.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That was scary.
Just looking for my brother. It's all, nothing more.
What's your name?
Joel.
Wow.
Nice wall.
What a
Wow,
fortress
right.
they have. Huh?
Wow.
Wow, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tommy!
Oh my God.
Oh,
The ultimate visit.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You introduce me? Oh. Looking for you, buddy.
Oh, good. Oh, my gosh. That's wonderful. Oh, boy.
Been a while since we've had a proper meal.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had a proper meal. This is amazing.
Ellie, let's mind our manners.
What?
What's wrong with you?
She just
What
wants
about
to.
her manners?
She was just curious. Kids around here don't usually look or talk like you.
Right. Well, you got a couple of 9-year-olds shitting themselves out there. They say that you leave dead bodies around?
Those are the people who tried us.
A bad reputation doesn't mean you're bad.
Not always, at least.
Maria is family, actually.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, shit. Congrats.
Joel, say congrats.
Be polite.
We settled here about 7 years ago. Just a handful of us back then. That section was already a gated community, so we built the rest of the wall out from there.
And headshot those fuckers from a half-mile out.
Can you teach me how?
No, we can't. How do you keep this place quiet?
Carefully. Bites?
This place actually
Unbelievable.
fucking works.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
sweet.
she-
There's sheep.
Hey, Joel, check it.
Greenhouses, livestock, all shared. Collective ownership.
So, communism.
Nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is a commune. We're communists.
Joel.
You'll be fine.
Shall we?
Yeah.
She wants to be by his side.
Thanks for still giving a shit about me.
I mean, that really says something to go cross country.
Big time.
Yeah, my glasses.
So how's Tess?
She's fine. All right.
Good then. And the kid?
So you know where they might be, these fireflies?
They got a base down at the University of Eastern Colorado. Yeah, I can't go.
Oh, come on. I made it across the country. The two of us can make it from here to Colorado.
They're very protective of this place. And for good fucking reason. I mean, folks find out we're up here.
No, I heard.
Yeah.
We survived the only way we knew how. There were other ways. We just weren't any good at them.
If you knew the shit that I've been through, Tommy, trying to find you these last few months.
I'm gonna be a father. Maria's a few months along now.
I feel like I'd be a good dad.
Guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. That's all you got?
What else am I supposed to say?
Congrats.
Just because life stopped for you?
Doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
I feel bad for him. He went cross country for him, and he just assumed that he'll just go with him.
That's right.
Oh, he's having another
Oh, yeah.
bout for anxiety.
As long
Oh,
as
his
there's no-
daughter. It looks like his daughter from behind.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
my gosh, yeah. That must have felt good taking a shower.
right?
Yeah, with a little
My
pink
God.
bathrobe. Jeez, what could
That's
be better?
Maria.
It was so quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just traded for this. Go ahead, try it on.
Wow.
It's super fucking purple. Eggplant. Fits. Yeah, shoes aren't too big? No. Where's my other stuff?
Rack pile. Did you get the thing I left you?
Yeah. Weirdest gift ever.
But useful. Who's been cutting your hair? You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made?
Yeah. I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. Kid, just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter.
I guess that explains him a little.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you what you're doing with him.
Good.
But there are clearly things you don't know about Joel.
Oh, like how he used to kill people? I know about that.
Be careful who you put your faith in. The only people who can betray us are the ones we trust. Now come on. Grab your super fucking eggplant coat.
Yeah.
Ellie, Garfield, I'm moving into the other room.
Wow,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
afraid of
amazing.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Come on,
wow.
kids.
Those nice boots.
Yeah.
Wow. It was good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
She let me off the hook or what?
This ride to the university, is it a suicide mission?
No.
Ellie, she got infected, but she didn't get sick. Tommy.
Easy does it.
Tommy.
From the beginning.
Tell him the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
It was Marlene.
We made it as far as KC, and then, she saved my life there. I saw a man kill his own brother. To save her, well, I just watched.
Today I thought that dog was gonna tear her apart because it smelled something on her.
You think I can still handle things, but no matter what was. And I have dreams. I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep.
Oh, shit.
That's terrible.
No.
And I have to leave her.
No.
Joel, it's why you took off on me, right? And you can't tell anyone. Not even Maria.
Oh, God, that's gonna mess up.
Tommy, you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those spots on her.
I know, it's dangerous.
That's hard, isn't it?
They'll shoot her.
I know, that's so
And
hard.
it
That's
didn't
really
happen
hard.
until he met those people, and then he started having the attacks. So he had all intention of going through with the whole thing.
We got you on 38. It's left, right.
Hello? Mr. Garfield? Lucy and me. Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies.
What exactly did you hear?
I have to leave her, you have to take her.
He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Oh, she's
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
Oh, she didn't say that. I knew that was him. She wants you.
You're right. You're not my daughter.
Oh, come on.
And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
Oh, boy.
Don't do that to her to
No,
make it
no.
easier.
Jeez.
Oh, he thinks he's doing it for her own
Yeah,
good.
he just wants to do it for her, but.
Oh.
My God.
Thing.
Just watch.
Mm-hmm.
Before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come in.
And she can be guarded again and just all business.
Stables.
Oh, he's getting it ready.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No.
I came here to steal one of these horses and go. I would have gave you one. No. You deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with
Tommy.
Let's go.
Yeah, see that? Good. Yeah, she wants you. And you know you want to go with her. I know he's trying to tempt her. Come on. Yes.
That quick. All right.
Yeah, good.
Thanks for making that
a little harder.
decision.
It's good all the way around.
General direction.
Head southeast till you hit I-25. It's right off the interstate. Should be hard to miss. There's a place for you here. Both of you.
Counting on it.
Adios, big brother.
It's even bigger because you just don't know the outcome, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad it turned out
Oh,
like
me
that.
too. Yeah. Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh, he's teaching her.
Doesn't aim right.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see.
A deep breath in, slow breath out. You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, steady, nice and slow.
You're gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant.
Oh.
It doesn't go quick, it doesn't aim right. You dick.
gosh.
Get pregnant. Oh my god. That's perfect.
I'm glad they're together.
She has some things to learn.
Yeah.
Back then, there were basically two main ways of looking at things. Some people wanted to own everything, and some people didn't want anyone to own anything at all.
It's a contractor. That's pretty cool.
It's a superhero name.
So glad talking. There's talking one. Yeah.
I don't know what Tommy was so afraid of.
Until you hit her.
Time to find out.
Still time to find out.
Travel. Oh no.
It's kind of sheep.
Oh, see? One step closer to your dream.
I don't know.
Don't see any fireflies though. People would live here and go to classes and stuff.
Yup.
Even though they were adults.
Sort of adults.
Sort of adults.
Finding themselves is anything else.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer.
Shut up.
Why is that funny?
Let's hear you sing.
Guys.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know.
Are those monkeys?
Must be from the old labs.
My God, just like from the game.
Come on, that's scary.
First time seeing a monkey?
Wow, they're like right in the middle of
No, I don't know. I'm a little bit.
They could be looking. People could be looking around. Can I have some water?
He's wondering.
Can you imagine if they're all gone?
Something you make before moving.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Infected.
Oh no, yeah.
It's a monkey.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Yes, my God.
They're monkeying around.
Yeah, trying
Freaking monkeys.
around. Yeah.
Any clue where they went? Then you say, oh, score. Got supplies and a horse.
Oh.
They should have hit the horse better.
No.
We're not out in the open.
Come on, don't be scared.
I know, I would hold the gun.
Ellie, look around. Joel!
No, my God.
Jim!
There they are.
Oh,
Darn.
damn. Come on, you can get him. Don't. Look around. Look around.
Oh, you did.
Okay. Well, there's one, but there's about 4 more. What? Blood.
Oh,
No!
my crap. Oh, my
No!
God.
No. No.
The beehive.
No!
Oh, God, it's the bats?
Son
Holy
of a
crap.
bitch. Son of a bitch. What?
Get on the horse.
Quick.
Get on the
We
horse.
just have clubs. Go, baby, go!
Go. Go.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, don't waste your ammo.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn.
Darn.
Wow.
You're safe, but he's freaking gonna go into
look
shock.
Okay. No.
Horsey, don't go away. Don't
Oh, my
go.
God. Oh, look at he's bleeding bad. Ooh.
Open your eyes. Joel, you gotta get up.
Oh,
I can't fucking do this without you. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the fuck I'm gonna do. Joel.
Please,
Oh, come on.
honey, go get some
That
rags
can't
or
be.
something. Ah.
Oh, come on.
Holy crap.
That's
All by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on.
What a way to end this
Whoa.
episode.
We can't die.
Oh,
Make it
poor
so much
Joel.
worse.
Darn. Oh, come on.
I know, like after all of that,
right?
Out of everything.
Come on.
He
just
fought
never
that
know.
guy.
Then it ends
twisted his
here.
freaking neck.
Yeah. That was so
Oh,
sad.
that was really, my
on.
gosh.
Yeah,
I was
the
so
beautiful
happy
song
that
at
he
the end.
decided to go
Yep.
Message. God.
after, sleeping it,
That was,
just sleeping over it and just trying to think, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's right.
He
yeah.
was good. He can do it.
You know,
She was so
sad.
happy.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed seeing their relationship, like Joel and Ellie's relationship, grow.
Oh, yes,
and see how far they've come as people together.
That's right.
It's hard to tell, but it's been a while now that they've been together, like a few months of them going cross country.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And to, see their emotions change, and even Joel to open up to his brother like that.
Yes, I'm afraid. He was afraid.
Yes, he was. That's why he had so much anxiety.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
It was really,
Yeah, it seemed like it was more of an anxiety attack, because at first I was like, it sounds like he's having, an anxiety attack is like a heart issue too, but I'm like, does he have a heart disease going on? And in the game, I don't believe that was a thing. I remember that he would huff a little bit. We talked about that, I think, last episode, where he struggled a bit doing certain things, which makes sense. They're doing a lot of hard physical work.
He's getting a little older. He's been always constantly, on the run for whatever reason for, decades. But as soon as he left that cabin, that's when it started. He had all intention of taking her all the way to the Fireflies. And he finally realized when he was at Tommy's place that, hey, I can't do this.
Yeah. And one thing that I really enjoy about this too is that we're following Joel and Ellie, and we really care for them. And to see Joel, like, we haven't seen like this bad side of him. We've been hearing things, and he is like so he was on mission, and he was very, like, not loyal to the mission, but he was very focused about the mission, and he started to care for Ellie down the road. But he isn't a superhero where he saves the day 100% every time. Like, they've been through so much together where a lot of times he was out of control, where he couldn't even take over the situation. Like, she could have died at any time, and he couldn't do anything about it. And his age is showing more, so he does have flaws, and
he's only
good
human.
to see that he's so human, instead of like gonna save Ellie, it's like he realizes that he can't do everything. He's not as young as he used to be. And to talk to Tommy and break down like that. And one key thing that he said in this episode was, I keep failing her, I failed her. Which, like, what do you think? Like, I think
he keeps dreaming about it.
That's right.
Because he's subconsciously, what happens if I can't do this?
Like, dreaming about what?
Dreaming about, well, he says he doesn't know, but maybe he's thinking of Sarah. And he's constantly failing her, so it's a repeat. I'm failing Ellie, in a sense.
Yeah.
But for him to ask Tommy, and when he was talking to Tommy, and he was saying, I promised Tess as well. So there's that layer. He's still mourning her. He's still grieving her. And, she was supposed to be at his side doing this with him, and it didn't happen. And so all this, even more pressure is on him to do this.
Yeah.
And Tommy was going to follow through on his wishes.
He was going to do it. He wasn't going to tell Maria, and he was just going to go for it.
Yeah.
She kind of knew the night before. She kind of knew when she saw him at the movie theater that something was up.
Boy.
I know, because he just turns around and it's like, oh boy, that's not normal. Now, to see Tommy and Maria was in the game as well. And, happy for them that they could actually have a life and in this community that is thriving.
Yes.
Like, you're actually living like a normal life pre-apocalypse, kind of, there's a lot of hope there, which is incredible. The dam is close by. They were able to get that up and running 2 years ago, and they were able to get lights and all kinds of resources out of it. And I think that's absolutely incredible. The best situation, bless you, the best situation you could hope for.
Yes,
yes, definitely.
Absolutely, hands down. And when Maria asked Joel, what's your name? Because she knew, of course, about Tommy. So anyone could say Tom, but he has a more unusual name, then she would know. This is my love's brother.
Yeah. It's good that she even thought that, I'm looking for my brother.
That's right.
And knows that that her husband has a strong brother who has survived all kinds of odds before.
Yes.
So that's good that she connected that.
And when Joel saw Tommy too, it was so emotional.
Wasn't
Yeah, it was.
So
That was a
much
great
Oh,
scene.
that was great.
That was. At first, I wasn't even looking at like Tommy. I was just looking. It looked like they were, making a noose. I'm like, oh, what was that? Because it looked like
You never know what you're walking into sometimes,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
What are they doing there? I don't
But I
know.
could see the expression on Joel's face.
Yeah,
and
that
that's
was
when
awesome.
Yeah.
That was
really
phenomenal.
wonderful, yeah.
Now, all the way through, the acting has been great in
Yes,
this, but this just the emotions behind,
Yes.
like characters breaking down, and even Tommy and Joel just talking to each other, like their initial greeting was great and hugging, and then them having that deep discussion later on when Joel was just at a really weak place and just needed to tell him everything. I think that was a very good scene as
That was
well.
good.
And we were all
Definitely,
tearing up, I'm sure.
Yeah, and even
gosh.
even Ellie's, telling him, you're not the only one who's lost someone.
That's right.
Everyone I've known or have been with either, died or left me.
Oh, sure.
So, I think that really resonated with him too.
Right,
Yeah, and
he had to sleep on it and
Yeah.
it's
change his mind.
and that's I can't even imagine, but like everyone has lost people. It's hard on everyone, and some people lost people in harder ways. What really makes it worse than the other? Not that they're comparing, but Joel, he's just so. I mean, he opened up in this episode, but it just shows how much he just shut down and closes off everything, where he doesn't let anyone know like how he's feeling.
That's right, yeah.
And for him to just be like, you don't know what I'm going through, it just comes out because he's so hurt, which understandably so, but he's blocking the fact that everyone has terrible losses.
Yes, and instead of
Not
saying,
just him.
instead of saying to Ellie, look, I'm really sad, or giving, like the talk he did with his brother. Of course, he would do that, but he couldn't do that with Ellie. He didn't feel he could, so it was easier for him just to put the shield up.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was really big, and even Emma Ramsey, like I love her as Ellie. I know a lot of people have been saying she doesn't look like the game character, but honestly, like her acting is so phenomenal, and I think she really does a great job portraying Ellie.
Yes.
And I really feel her emotions in this. Like she's incredible
Thumbs
at
up
that.
for her.
Yeah, and her just like yelling back at Joel, and you could just hear her voice cracking.
Because to her, he is everything to her. Not only her transport to try to get a vaccine, I mean, but she has really, just fell in love with him as, a father figure. So, for her to hear him, be like, so no, sad. This is just the mission, and, it breaks her heart.
Yeah.
And, she was just completely, so she must have been in that room. Well, we saw her walking around outside.
Yeah,
she must have been in the attack room, and just, and heard the whole conversation.
Yeah, because even early on, she didn't want to be away from Joel, right? Because I think I heard you say something about that, where she was a little uncomfortable going with just Maria and him going with Tommy, and she's like, wait, what, So her just wandering on her own, she's probably always thinking or looking around like, where'd he go?
Yeah, where is he? I'm going to look for him. I'm going to find him.
Yeah, and as we know, can't imagine what it's like, but just watching their journey, and it's a very solid story, and I really enjoy it. But there's just so much time that's passing that we don't get to see every little detail. But this is a very dangerous world.
Oh, sure
and there's way worse things in this world. So here, Ellie hasn't experienced anything a normal child experienced before the apocalypse. So here she only has Joel and no one else, and the longest kind of relationship that she ever had with anyone, most likely. So for him, even though the community seems safe, and for the community seems safe, and for him to go off, I mean, some kids of course are really attached to their parents, but here it's even like a deeper connection because that's all she knows, and that's all she knows as her safety bubble. Like anything can go wrong at any time. So it's not just like separation anxiety of like, oh, okay, he's going to go away. Like he could die any second. I could be killed off. Like it's not just like, I'm going to miss you, and when I'm going to see you next, it's like, oh God, like you're thinking of all these other dangers that could possibly be a threat.
Exactly. And
so
guess what? It happened.
There.
It happened.
Yes.
So this poor kid now is going to be by herself
Oh, jeez.
You know, in this great big world. I mean, he's gone. There's no way, unless a freaking ambulance comes by with Tommy and Maria in it.
I know. Hey, we also have this.
Hey, we got a mobile unit here.
Who knows?
He's going to go.
Crossed.
He's going to go. I mean,
I
there's no way she can help him. I mean, that was a terrible injury.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's very sad. It makes it more realistic, too, where, you know, things could happen at any time. It's not always going to be a happy ending. You hope for that, but you just never know. And him getting stabbed by the bat, I think in the game he got stabbed by just a knife. But, you know, here the guy was swinging at him, so it worked out, but not worked out, you know what I mean? But, you know, they just did something different. But it's just so crazy. And right when they went into that city, like... it's just like out of the freaking game. Like I say, every episode, like you see elements, all these details just from a level of the game. And then you have the monkeys at one point that screech. And I think I freaked out thinking it was a clicker. You know, it's like,
that's
oh God.
what I thought. And I'm like,
right.
why are you going out in the open? I mean, you would think, okay, city would be more...
Sneaky horse.
I know. You think he'd go in the perimeter, not like right into the university.
I think so,
And, you know, where there's windows
I know.
everywhere.
I'd be so paranoid. I don't know what I would do. It's easy to talk about. Yeah, but exactly.
But I mean,
like,
the Joel that we used to see, I mean, he would be on the side.
That's
you know,
right,
he'd be really, like, you know, try to be more stealthy. But I think he was just the eye on the prize. Okay, we're here. Okay, great. They can, you know, I can drop her off. She'll be safe.
The fireflies will be there.
Right.
You keep seeing little, like,
where do they go?
spray painted symbols in certain places.
But now they took off. So now Ellie's got to read a map. Hopefully she, you know, learned, learned a lot, remembered a lot. I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe she'll go back to Tommy. Maybe she'll just go back.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And she's very smart too, so I'm sure she could find her way back. You know, but at that point, like, I'd be so scared too. I'm like, what am I going to do without you? You know, like, I'm totally lost. It's like, it's like beyond just like going to like reach a goal at this point. Like, you know, I have nothing at this. It's scary. Like, what do you do?
It
I have
is
nothing
scary.
Else.
If it was me, I'd probably go back to Tommy.
Yeah, and she's probably like, she'll probably remember the tracks and like how to get back there.
Yeah, because she doesn't know where, you know, Salt Lake City is.
Yeah.
You know, she'd be better off going back.
Yeah, and just to remind any new viewers, thank you for watching, of course. Mom and Kim have not played the games at all. I played the full first game, part 1, and part 2. So I totally want to get into that when I have time again. So I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but I do love discussing this with you.
Yeah, so probably as a game, they're not going back. She's not going to go back. She's going to keep going forward.
You never know. I mean, like, games, you know, they go forward in different directions. I mean, what's forward? You know, going back to see Tommy, they might have to take the journey together or something. Maybe he'll have to follow through with it. Anyways, but we'll find out. Another thing I want to say is we met this little horse, Shimmer. And that horse is from the game, but I don't believe it was a small horse, like a baby horse. It was an adult-sized horse that Ellie rides. So I don't know if this horse that they have now is going to take that horse's place. I can't really recall the timeline, but I was like, Shimmer was a big deal. That was fun to see Shimmer there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So very good episode. Like Pedro Pascal's, like everyone's acting was just top notch. He was so great in this. Like actually being Joel and breaking down was huge.
And the tears, you know, the little.
Yeah, that was hard, and you could feel that too. And he's such, a hardened character, and Joel to confess that to Tommy like that. Like I just felt every moment.
I did too, and I even at the moment when they were in the dining hall and they were having their meal, and Ellie's just woofing it down, and she's like, "This is the best. I've never had a meal like this." And he was so polite to Maria, where he didn't know how connected she was to Tommy. You know, at the time, you know, he was very polite. He was really trying to. Yeah, he was so thankful, because I think, you know, that even tells you that there's an extra element there where he truly adores this girl. He loves this little girl, and he's so thankful that someone...
He's almost taking responsibility for her.
Absolutely. He's like, and not only that, but he's so thankful that someone is helping him, take care of her.
That's right.
And that really
That's
felt,
good.
that was really heartfelt for him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very good,
I think so
yes.
too, for sure. Yeah, and then Ellie, this was big for her. She found out that Joel had a daughter, Sarah.
That's
So
right.
Yeah.
all this
That's
time she didn't know.
No,
Like
she
they've
didn't
spent
know.
a lot of time, months together at this
Yes.
point, and he never said a
Well,
word.
he kept everything to
And
himself
now it
like
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. And that's
Now
what she
he's
told
starting to
Maria.
talk.
Yeah. She's like, okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
and you
Oh
could
my
tell
gosh.
that was heavy
Yeah.
on her too. And Ellie's like, yeah, that totally makes sense on why he is the way he is,
That's
you know.
right, yeah.
And Ellie has come far too, because even though we haven't seen much of it, she had a lot of training with Joel, so
Yes,
she was
yes.
able to know how to stay a lookout and know what signs to look for, what to do.
That's right.
Apparently, she knows how to shoot a gun now. I mean, I don't know how great her
Yes.
aim is,
Yes,
but
that's right.
it seems like she's
Good.
had a lot of practice at this point. And every gun, if you've shot guns before, are very different, each one. So it's good that she's practicing on that rifle as well.
Yes.
That's good.
And she
Definitely,
needs
yeah.
a little bit more practice, but hopefully,
Hey.
hopefully within time.
Every
she'll-
gun is a
Yeah.
little different, where once you get used to it, it's like you know how to aim it, you know. Like you have sometimes you have like a scope or whatever, like they did. But sometimes it's not exactly where you think it would go. Sometimes it's a little lower, a little higher, and depending on the distance. And so for her to be like, again, she's novice at it, so she's like, oh, well, this sucks. I can't, like, it's something wrong
Yeah,
with the
and
gun.
it was
I can't shoot
perfect
it.
how he was, spot on. So, okay,
Yeah.
so there is room for improvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her, how fresh Ellie is, like,
Oh, she
cracks me
is.
up. It's
That's
just
And,
like
and
the
it
game.
was
Yeah,
great
it's
in the
good.
cabin.
Yeah.
That woman absolutely, like, I want this kid here forever,
Yeah,
because
that's what
she
I
was
like.
chuckling
fresh.
everything
Yeah,
she
that's
said,
right.
Your purple effing coat. Your
my
super
gosh.
effing.
But in the
Yeah.
cabin, even the woman was just like, I love this kid,
Yeah,
because
that's-
she's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
she says it like it is,
That's right. My gosh.
And the couple were really serious when, you do not want to go past that
Yeah,
river. They
that's
were
right, yeah.
trying to warn them.
that.
I love that. The storytelling in this and the pacing is
That's
really
right,
good
yes.
because I do, not that I like to be scared, but just this kind of apocalypse show, I would think, oh, cool, you get to see like infected, like taking over and super scary all the time and action. But just the interactions between people, it's very eerie and it makes you uncomfortable in a good way, and it gives you like chills down your spine because just even talking to this couple, that's great. Okay, we don't know who they are. Joel's the one who's pointing a gun at them. He kind of ambushed them. But we know Joel, so we know he's okay, kind of, but we don't know his past. So I'm like, okay, what's he going to do? Okay, this is in the now. This is like all my thoughts. Okay, he has Ellie. And then when you start to realize they're good people and the wife is like, oh yeah, of course I gave them tea or whatever. And she's being really nice. So I'm like, okay, then I'm relieved. There's hope that there's good people still out in the world. And then they start talking about don't go west, don't go beyond the river. You want to go east because a lot of people die. It's infected and it's like actual people. That are not infected. So it just gives you this feeling of dread and terror. So you just have all these emotions all the time, and you don't have to have like major action every moment to be like, holy crap, like just
you have to have that feeling of, okay, not only do you have to worry about infected, but you have to always protect yourself. You always have to look around your surroundings. You can't trust everyone. So it just gives you that overall feeling of, holy crap.
Dread.
Yeah, you just can't walk by someone's house, you have to really think about every move you make.
Yeah. And even like them walking like on different terrains and
the damn bridge.
I mean, it's so
bridge
scary, but just how everything looks, it's so like real. And when you think about it, I mean, this is over 20 years later.
Yeah.
So to see how things have aged and everything's overgrown and so super quiet, it just has an extra level.
Yeah, that
of
silence really
What's
gets you.
gonna happen next?
Yeah. And one last thing I want to say as well, if you want to skip this next part for like the next 2 minutes or so, I want to just do a quick spoiler for The Walking Dead. But if you guys watch The Walking Dead, you totally know this because we learned this early on, I think in the second season or so, where The Walking Dead, it's different. I'm going to compare it a little bit, but The Walking Dead, when you die, you're actually dead, and then you come back to life. And we found out that everyone's infected. So when you die, naturally, you are still going to come back
no matter what.
Yeah, that's right.
So in this case, the infected, the people are still alive. They have a bad infection, a terrible infection that they can't ever come back from. And so if no one is inside a community that's infected, you're safe. And the scary thing with The Walking Dead is that if someone just dies naturally, you always have that risk of an outbreak. You know, people getting bit and more people, you know, turning a lot faster. So, like that, I like how different they are. And with The Walking Dead, you know, they're a lot slower. You know, but when you have a mass amount of them, it's a lot more dangerous. And then here you have infected that move like a wave, where they're like all connected, and one gets alerted, hey guys, let's go, you know,
and that's why you're so worried about the silence in the, you know, in the middle of nowhere. You know, you have this open field and you have woods around you. You never know, like I'm feeling like you never know when they're gonna just come out. You know, the clickers can come out. You never know, because they're so fast too, and they're going to be screwed no matter what.
Yeah,
so they're very vulnerable at any moment.
Just last episode, they were so freaking fast. They just swarmed everyone, and then you even have upgraded versions where they're super strong. The bloater that we saw, you know, so it's like extremely dangerous, and so it's just fun and incredible. You know, that we're watching The Walking Dead and this show, and to be able to compare a little bit. But for this, I really do enjoy it, and I keep babbling. But another thing too is I think I saw that there was like 8 episodes. I don't really recall, but I am being selfish, and I just want more episodes of this show because it's been so good. And again, the game, because you immerse so much into playing the levels, and I love open world games. It's actually quite terrible for me because I just explore too much and waste so much time. But time moves so much slower, and it's just a different kind of like feeling, like a different like connection. And then here, it's great storytelling, and it's fast, you know, so like you don't really feel how long it's truly been. So I wish they could have done, which again, like it could ruin it, but I wish they could have done like extra episodes in between to like, okay, well, this is the second month. Not that they're going to have like an adventure every month, but you just fight a lot of infected, and you know, meet a lot of people and fight a lot of people, and I just would have loved this to be a lot longer. That's all. But honestly, it could ruin the pacing and all that too. I get it, but but yeah, very good so far.
Oh, wow, yes.
Love to talk about this show.
Yeah, I'm just so glad that, you know, he finally saw Tommy. He got to see Tommy.
Yeah, me too.
And I still have hope that he's alive. I don't know why.
Joel, yeah.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bad stab. He fell off his horse, so Ellie, I don't know if she's going to be able to do anything there, or we'll see. I hate how they ended it, though, because that was like so devastating. Torture for next week.
Or maybe Tommy is, you know, behind them.
Yeah,
you know, maybe he decided to go along. You never know. Maybe he can continue.
So He's in that ambulance. The horse with like a light on it.
Mobile unit, come on.
That's not funny, but it is. So, love you guys. Please share your thoughts about this episode. We can't wait for episode 7. See you next time. Bye. Please subscribe.
Bye. Subscribe.
Thumbs up.